What is up, guys? Steven here, and I'm going to be bringing you an OU replay today with my cat. He's sitting on my lap, so if he starts meowing and stuff, then that's that. He was being needy, so yeah. So this is a new team that I made with Mob Barley, who is a very respectable user in the OU room. I think he's in like top 10 or top 15 right now at least. And we wanted to build around Mega Pincer plus Magnezone. Now that Aegislash is gone, really the best steel types in the tier are basically Mega Mawile, Skarmory, and what's the last one? Heatran. So Mega Pincer can beat Heatran with close combat, which it can carry now because Earthquake is unneeded because Aegislash is gone. And Magnezone traps the steals that can give Mega Pincer some issues, mostly Skarmory. And to kind of bait that in, we have a Landorus. It's just a defensive Landorus, and you can U-turn on Skarmory and trap them, so they kind of have to be wary of that, and that is very helpful. We have Life Orb Greninja, and we're running Hidden Power Grass because this is a Mega Pincer team, and Rotom Wash is coming back into popularity somewhat, mostly because Aegislash is gone. So you needed a pivot for the flying types in the tier, and Rotom Wash is the best substitute for that. And it also helps with a couple of the other Pokemon that have gained popularity, as it can normally live one hit and burn them, so that's good. And next we have Assault Vest Azumarill. We kind of wanted something to switch in to like, really just a universal pivot that could kind of switch into stuff. And Azumarill is really nice. It provides a lot of useful priority for the team. And Fairy typing is always really nice. And Knockoff is always really annoying. So that's just good for the team as a whole. And last, we have Dual Stab, Draco Meteor, Psyshock, Roost, Defog, Latios. Defog is there because it allows us to get rid of hazards for Mega Pincer, which is always good, and all of that jazz. So I've been talking for way too long. So the last thing I'm gonna say before. Actually, never mind. I'm gonna post another video about that. But yeah, let's get right into it. So I'm gonna lead Greninja because he is using an offensive team and it pressures it. And I didn't see a Stealth Rock user other than Bisharp, so I assumed this was defensive Landorus and I was safe to go for Ice Beam. But he actually ends up being Scarf, which means he either doesn't have rocks or he has it on Bisharp. So fortunately I freeze his Bisharp, which means I can trap him with Magnezone and just kill him with Volt Switch. So that was actually a decent start. Bisharp is kind of a threat to the team. So now I can go into Latios because it threatens most of his team. And I wanted to see if he had Knockoff here, so I went for Roost, because if he did have Knockoff, then I could start roosting off more than he was doing to me. But in the end, he went for U-turn, and goes into Thundy, and I am just going to take that out with a Draco, predicting him to not T-Wave. And now, based off his team structure, I know he's Charizard Y because he has a Pursuit Trapper, Keldeo, Thundy, Hazard, Removal, Bulky Ground, like always. And I can just roost on this over and over again to stall out the sun. As he now goes into his own Latios, basically to force me into either a Speed tie of my most important member, or forcing me to sack something. So I am going to go into Magnezone, and I am Scarf, I reveal that here, go for Volt Switch, and go into Azumarill, expecting him to want a Psyshock or something. In the end, he goes for Earthquake, so it's nice that I switched out there. I just go straight for the safe knockoff at this point, knowing that I have a safe switch in to everything on his team, including this Charizard in my Latios. So once again, I'm just going to go straight for the Roost. I really have no reason not to. And at this point, Landorus of my own can basically come in and take anything his Landorus wants to go for. He ends up going into Keldeo, and I know I can live one unless he goes for like Icy Wind, so I can get up my rocks, which really limits that Charizard from coming in and just puts a ton of pressure on his team. So at this point I can go into Latios of my own, and I am going to drop a Draco Meteor because I wanted to just kill something. So now he goes in Landers, and I'm actually hoping he goes for Earthquake here to take out my Magnezone, and that's actually what happens. So that was really good for me because it basically guaranteed me the game. So I can go into Pinsir and just Swords Dance up. I really have no fear at this point because I can just take this out with a Quick Attack, and Landorus can be hit with Quick Attack, which will do a decent chunk, and it's enough that Aqua Jet from Azumarill can take out the remaining 2 members. So that was definitely a really good game, a pretty quick game, and yeah, Hyper Offense, still fun, still viable. Mega Pinsir is a monster with Magnezone, so you should definitely try it out. And if you guys like this video, please leave a like and a comment. They're greatly appreciated, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.